Race number 9 at Happy Valley on Wednesday night, the final race of the evening on Longines International Jockeys Championship night. It's the Australia Handicapper Class 3 over the 1200 metres. Joyful Union, Even Keel is a newcomer, former UK 2-year-old who arrives on 74. Island Shine, Take What You Need made a nice debut. Namjong Sings has the hood going on. Amazing Kiwi, a former Australian galloper, makes his debut for the Douglas White stable. Beauty Spark, Buoyant Boy, Merry-Go Win, Lady First up in grade, and Breeders' Sky off a rating of 61 has a good barrier for Matthew Chadwick in gate number 4. Now the Chunfar information, Take What You Need, which of course is just having his second start and his first start at the Valley, has been prepared at Chunfar. And it seemed to work well for him because he ran a good race on debut down the straight 1,000. Let's have a look at the speed here, Tom, and see how this may unfold for the last of the night. That's possibly how they end up charging down the back with Island Shine leading Beauty Spark. Do you agree?
Yeah, well, Island Shine, he's a horse that had good pace in Australia, so you'd expect him to be up on the pace in this race. A horse like Beauty Spark, he was forward last time out, so I think those two potentially vying for the lead. This horse here, Namjong Sings, has got some speed, but he's probably not going to want to get involved in this here. And another one that's got some speed, if he didn't have such an awkward gate, would be this horse here, Take What You Need. He's drawn out wide, but maybe if they can sit closer with him and get in somewhere, that might be an option for Take What You Need.
All right, interesting too. Amazing Kiwi led in a trial and went all the way home in first position, and Dancing Fighter looks to be in trouble there on that speed map, out wide on the track, but we've seen him sit wide in the past and still get the job done. Track work, Paul?
He'll be apt if Amazing Kiwi wins the Australian handicap. Here is Joyful Union. He moves nice and slowly here. He's under a good hold, so he's keen to get on with it, and he moves fluently here with this piece. Zach Purden's had one ride on this horse, and he has one on him, so he does know the horse pretty well. Island Shine, he's only had the one run so far. He ran a really good 4th on debut, and you can see he's super keen coming here to Happy Valley, and the tongue tie will go on him for the first time as well. So good hold on Island Shine. And here is the aforementioned Amazing Kiwi. Karis Teeton aboard, just a couple. We've even put it up a nice graphic for especially for him.
Black.
Even black as well. So he goes well. And he's how big is he? He's 1144 pounds and had 3 trials.
We can say that we're 2 against 1.
You remember that movie, The Castle? Tell him he's dreaming.
Exactly.
Let's go to Joe Moreira, who chatted with Edward Sadler this morning about Dancing Fighter.
I really think he's a very nice horse. We wonder why I'm sticking with him. As I said, having to do it tough last time and still win a race, you would believe that he's got it, he's got ability, and he's a very nice individual, has showed some ability, and I hope we're not wrong about that.
You're riding in the IJC, of course, before riding Dancing Fighter. In the last, your 4 rides, you've won the IJC before when you're based in Singapore. Can you win it as Hong Kong's leading jockey on Wednesday night?
Look, my rides are not too bad. I would say they're definitely not one of the worst. I wouldn't say they are the best, but unfortunately the gates that I've got also are not that good. But as I said, we deal with it the best we can, and I'll be doing my very best, and hopefully I can represent Hong Kong well.
Looks like it might have been a little chilly this morning out at the track.
Was a little bit.
Was for those early rises.
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah. I'll look forward to being there tomorrow, of course. Let's go on to the race analysis now and have a look and see if we can, thank you, Tom, point our viewers in the direction of a winner for the final race of the night. It does look very competitive on paper. We're going to start off with Joyful Union, who does look to get a few ticks alongside of his name with a good barrier for Zach Purton. And Beauty Spark on this occasion led them for home when they cornered in.
I should have said in the speed map before whether he can use gate 1 to his advantage totally, because he was slow out again last time out, and the speed map there had him sitting in a nice sort of 3-back position. He got quite a way back in this race, but the luck was there for him because it opened up at the right time and he was able to get on through, but just be rolled by Hardly Swears. But I think he's a big chance in this race.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and Zach knows the horse well, doesn't he? He's won on him before, the only time he's won here.
All right, let's move on now to Take What You Need, who made quite an impression on debut. This was quite a strong sprint race. He was all the way there to the end.
Yeah, he's This will be a second start. The only problem for him, I thought, is the draw. There's a lot of speed underneath him, and he's drawn out in the bear garden and barrier number 11, isn't he? So he's going to find it a little bit tricky second up from there. So I'm going to watch him go round.
It was a good effort. James McDonald rides for John Moore. He's taking a lot of rides for John, from what I understand, on Sunday here. But it was a decent run from him.
Yeah, it was. He was a big price too for those who stepped in for his first start. Now, Amazing Kiwi. Let's have a look at Amazing Kiwi. He's by helmet. He certainly followed the sire's end. Have a look at him there. He looks just like the old man. And here he is trialling down the straight at Sha Tin.
Yeah, well, he's had 3 trials, in fact, and he's 1144 pounds is his weight coming into it. He was called Sergeant when he was over in Australia, when he raced over there. Barrier number 2, I haven't got him in, but I'll be interested to see if he can run round. That trial at Happy Valley was good.
It was at Happy Valley, actually, yeah. So an interesting horse, certainly. Does the Kiwi get a spot in the top 4, Paul?
No, happy to watch the Kiwi go around in this one. So I'm going to go with Joyful Union on top here. I think he's well placed, and Zach's 1 for 1 on him. Namjong Singh, I've been with this horse both times. His work's really good. Ryan Moore aboard and should get a nice run just in behind. So he's in there for second. Dancing Fighter, he's drawn wide, but he's third. And Island Shine was a great debut from him. He should get a nice run as well with the tongue tie on from the front. 1, 5, 6 and 3.
I think Joyful Union for Zach Purton will be tough to beat in this final race at Happy Valley. I've got Island Shine in there, quite like him in this race off the back of what he did first up. Dancing Fighter got the last run on Yo-Yo King last start, and Take What You Need. So 1, 3, 6 and 4 in the finale.
Yeah, I thought Joyful Union got most of the ticks as well in what looks a competitive race. Right, let's have a look at the stats for the program, and Ryan Moore appears on screen, Paul.
Yeah, I think he's one of the main chances in this International Jockeys Challenge. You see his record here. He's had 45 rides in it for 7 wins, 3 seconds and 5 thirds. So he's got a really good win rate, has Ryan Moore. And he's on Magnificent, one of the horses I think's got a big chance.
All right, so there we go, Ryan Moore from Paul. Now, officially, who are we going to tip for the Jockey Challenge, Paul? On record, you've suggested the stats say Ryan Moore, but who do you like on the night?
Well, looking at the selections I've got 4 different jockeys winning the 4 races, but I have got Ryan Moore with a third, and I've also got Yugo Kawata with a third, so he might be one to value the Japanese.
I've got Ryan Moore out of my selections. He finds himself on top.
All right, I thought Karis Teaton had a great opportunity to get up there on the dais at the end of the night with 4 good solid rides. Best bets for the program, El Jefe for you, Paul.
Yeah, he's had 1 start, blinkers will go on, he's going to get the perfect run, and he's won a trial at Happy Valley, so plenty of ticks there. Pretty Bohemia, so well rated, he's the right body weight. I think he can win this race at a big price. He's 30s at the moment. And the Quinella place in race 3, Shuson, El Jefe and Master Alb.
Right. My best is Joyful Union, race 9, number 1 for Zach Purton and Benno Jung. The each-way charge is Soul of YY, race 7, number 5 for James McDonald and Frankie Law. And we'll take the Quinella in the last with Joyful Union and Island Shine.
All right, my best of the night. I'm going class 5 bound for both best and long shot. 2-6 Happy Hour for Silvestre de Souza, and race 1, number 10, Fire and Gold. There's a couple in that race at a price I like, but the winker for me, Umberto Rispoli, who's riding in terrific form. Dream Warriors, the banker, as the Quinella player in race 5 with 1, 8 and 9. So I think Dream Warriors for Karis is a great chance of picking up points there. It's going to be a fabulous night. The stars literally will be out on show at Happy Valley for the 9 race card. 6:30 start time for the first, boys.
Yeah, get there early.
Be a great night. Beer Garden will be chocker, so make sure you get there early to find your spot.
Absolutely. It's a star-studded lineup. We look forward to your company trackside. Good night.
Good night.